Desiree here. I am at, let's see, I'm 31 weeks and 5 days, so almost at 32 weeks. Definitely getting bigger. This morning I woke up with a little bit of sciatic pain. It could have been from a tight piriformis, which is a muscle that's deep in your butt cheek, and sometimes the nerve runs through there, so when it's tight, it kind of hangs onto that nerve. So I just kind of wanted to do the little flow that I did this morning to get rid of that pain. I will say, if you have recurring sciatic pain, you might want to check with a pelvic floor therapist, because sometimes it's not the actual site of the pain that's causing the issue. It might be something else. So regardless, a physical therapist would be a great idea if you are having recurring pain. And in the meantime, if you are pregnant and just starting out with exercise, please make sure you check with your doctor to make sure it's okay. So let's go ahead and start in table pose. So I want you to have knees under hips, and then hands are a little forward of the shoulders, index finger pointing straight ahead. And as you inhale, I want you to think about melting your chest towards the floor, lifting your head and tail. And then as you exhale, think about rounding your back, pressing the floor away from you, pulling your belly button in as much as you can. And inhale, melt the chest, lifting your head and tail. And exhale, round your back. So we'll do a few more cat-cows. I always like doing this first thing in the morning just to get some movement in the spine. And exhale, round. And we'll do a couple more. Inhale. And exhale. And on your next inhale, come back to a neutral spine. And then go ahead and bring your feet together, knees apart, and we'll sit back into child's pose. So for me, child's pose feels good here for now, but if you want, you can also stretch your arms forward, bringing your head to the mat. So it's totally up to you, doing what feels good for your body. We'll just hold this for a couple breaths. Ooh, nice. Good. So from here, I want you to make your way to a sideline position, because we're going to do what's called an open book. So come on to your side. I don't even know why I bother pulling my pants up anymore. And you're going to have the bottom leg straight, top leg bent, lying all the way down, bottom arm is under your head. So I have my head actually cradled in my hand. Extend that top arm out in front of you. Good, inhale. And as you exhale, open up, following your hand. And inhale, closing. So it's called open book because you're basically a book opening and closing. Good, and exhale to open, and inhale to close. So following our hand the whole way as we exhale, trying to keep that knee, that bent knee down, and inhale. We'll do this a few more times. This is also a really nice one to do when you're still in bed. You can just kind of lie there on your side, getting some movement in the thoracic spine, which is the middle of your spine. We'll do this 2 more times. Just feels good to get that movement going first thing in the morning. And 1 more time. And inhale to close. Cool. So from here you can either roll over to do the other side. I'm actually going to push myself up and over so that I am not facing away from you. And we will gracefully make our way to the other side. So once again, bottom leg is straight, top leg is bent, head cradled in your hand. Inhale with the arm straight. Exhale as you open. And inhale to close. Nice. Exhale, following that hand. Inhale to close it. Only go as far as you can go without that knee lifting up off the ground. And if you do have a hard time getting your knee to the ground, you can always prop a pillow or a block under that top knee to bring the floor closer to you. And close. Let's do a couple more of these. Exhale. And inhale. I actually do this several times in the morning when I'm hitting snooze. I basically do open book. So maybe it's not the best thing in the world to snooze, but I'm getting really good at open book on the one side. And close, nice. All right, from here we're gonna press ourselves up. Go ahead and make your way to a seated position. We're gonna do a 90-90 seat. So it's called that because I want both your knees at a 90-degree angle. So I'll turn to the diagonal so you can see what's happening here. So 90 degrees, feet are flexed, and you're squared over that front leg. So you can go ahead and start with your right leg forward so that we're mirroring each other. And if you want, you can always place yoga blocks or pillows or something under your hands if you need to bring the floor closer to you. And then we're just gonna rock forward and back. So if you're still able to and you can go directly forward, then that's fine. But my belly obviously is getting in the way, so I'm kind of going to the inside of my leg, but still just rocking forward and back, getting some movement in the hips. This one feels really good, especially when I had that pain this morning. We'll do this a few more times. Nice, and actually let's do it one more time, because that felt really good. Good, settle back to center, and then go ahead and take your left hand behind you, opening up, so you might feel a nice stretch in that back hip and thigh. I absolutely love this position, it feels delightful. This is another one I do every morning, even when I'm not having that pain, but I knew this morning it would feel extra good. Cool, holding for another couple breaths, just breathing evenly. Good, and then we're gonna make our way to the other side. So you can either swivel around like this, or you can bring legs around in front of you, whatever is easiest for you. So again, that 90-90 seat, feet are flexed, squaring your body over your leg if you can, if not, coming to the inside of it. And we're just rocking forward and back. And oh, I'm a little sore today. Good, just rocking forward and back, bringing some movement to those hips. Feels very, very good. And if you want, you can always sit up on a folded blanket or towel. That might give you a little bit more room in your hips. Sometimes that feels better. Just play, see what feels good for your body. Never pushing to the point of pain. A slight discomfort is fine, but we never want pain. Good, so settle back to center, bring that right hand behind you. Opening up, feeling a stretch in that back, hip, and thigh. Nice, just taking a few breaths here, settling into the movement. Cool, one more breath. And good, so from here, go ahead and bring the legs in front of you, and we will take bound angle pose. So soles of the feet together, sitting up nice and tall, and you can either stay here like this, or if you want, you can relax forward, just getting a little stretch. Good, just breathing into it, not forcing anything. So I'm not pushing down on my legs with my elbows. They're just resting there. And it's actually nice if you have a block or something, you can put that under your head to support your head. In all honesty, I'm just too lazy at this point to get yoga blocks, even though they're 10 feet away from me. Confessions of a yoga teacher. Good, so from here, inhale to come up, and then we're gonna make our way back to table. We just have a few more things. And once we're in table, we're gonna step that right foot forward to low lunge. So now since my belly's getting bigger, I like to keep both hands on the inside of the front leg. Sometimes I'll bring that hand to my foot. And then we're just gonna come to low lunge. But if you want, you can always take your hand on the outside of that leg. Inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to rock back, straightening that front leg, flexing that front foot. Inhale to come forward. And exhale, rock back. So we're just doing some dynamic movement here in this lunge position. Inhale to come forward. And exhale to come back. Inhale to come forward. And exhale to come back. Let's do one more inhale. And exhale. Nice, let's do the other side. So go ahead and switch. Left leg comes forward. And same thing here. So inhale and low lunge. And exhale as you rock back. Oh, this hammy's a little sore. Inhale to come forward. And exhale to come back. 3 more times on this side. Inhale to come forward. And exhale to come back. Good, 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. And 1 last time. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Good. All right. So from here, I like to do squat or malasana. So if you want, you can hang on to, if you have a sturdy rail or something to hang on to, not a chair because that'll topple over, or even if you have a friend you can hang on to, or you can just do it here on your mat. So taking your feet a little wider than hips width, feet turned out, elbows come to the insides of your legs, pressing the hands together, and then as you're doing all of that, lengthen your spine. So it is nice if you have something to hang on to, because you can kind of get that leverage, and it helps you settle in this position a little bit more if you do have difficulty getting into malasana. This took me about a year to be able to do, and it was consistent practice every day. You can always roll your mat up and put your heels on the rolled up part of your mat, balls of your feet on the floor, and that'll also help you get into this position more successfully. So we'll just hold this for a few more breaths. Good. 1 more breath here. All right, and then from here, this is the fun part. I want you to stand without leaning forward. So we're gonna press through our feet and come to a standing position. Nice. All right, y'all, so hopefully that got you feeling a little better, maybe more energized if you're about to tackle your day, or got rid of some of those aches and pains you're feeling. And I will see you next time. Thanks for practicing.